Hey guys, how you doing? This is معتز Ismail speaking. Our unit or passage today is number 7, DNA fingerprinting condemning evidence. And we have a couple of words that you have to translate that are in bold. And I think it's very important to translate them into Arabic and know them by heart. What are the meanings of these words? The passage is a little bit long, but I think you will be having the same words that you have taken before in one of the paragraphs. So probably it's good to have a look at them. We will go very fast to the questions so we can save time. We have here this presentation for you. Thematic vocabulary. I think you guys have a look on these words. We have the word crime scene, crime solving, police detective, forensic technician, evidence, hearing, offender, innocent, guilty, execute, person, commit a crime, murderer, fingerprint, convict, convicted, criminal, rape, murder, suspect, confess, killer, perpetrator, arrest, accused, defendant, defend, lawyer, investigator, detective, FBI, RCMP, law enforcement, judges, court, cold case, person sentence, sexual assault, sentence, charge, and victim. And we have these words that have parts of speech. And I think it's very important to know the word and its parts of speech so you can use it accordingly in the sentence. Number one is detectable, which is adjective. Detect is a verb. Evaluative, adjective. Evaluate, verb. Investigation, noun. Investigative, adjective. Investigate, verb. Sequential, adjective. Sequence, verb and noun. Legality, noun. Legalize, verb. Violence, noun. Violate, verb. Analysis, noun. Analytical, adjective. Assemblage, noun. Challenge, noun. Challenging also. And challenged, adjectives. Exclusion, noun. Exclusive, adjective. Identification, noun. Identifiable, adjective. Location, noun. Implication, noun. Implicating, ing is adjective. Removal, noun. Removable, adjective. Accurate, adjective. Expert, noun. Expert, verb. Regional, adjective. Availability, noun. Avail, verb. Consequence, noun. Obtainable, adjective. We're gonna use these words inside these sentences uh, before we need to study or read these sentences, and then we will find the answers. Number one, processing DNA evidence requires considerable expertise on the part of trained forensic technician. Cars used to be assembled entirely because it's be and it has to be followed by adjective. Okay. To participate in the context, you must in the contest you must enter numbers in the same consequence in which they appear. Same here has to be followed by a noun. Before scientists come to a conclusion, they have to has to be verb analyze their data. 5. Family members are usually the first suspects to be implicated. It has to be in ed form because it is preceded by be. The defense lawyer challenged the evidence gathered by police investigators. Challenged, it's a verb. All of this is subject and this one is verb. Every month the teachers write an evaluation. Since it's a or an or that, it has to be followed by a noun. Last week I obtained, subject and verb. Obtained. Because the witness has lied before, we have reason to doubt the has to be followed by noun accuracy of his statement. Red wine stains on a white tablecloth are very difficult to has to be followed by verb remove. Alright, let's see what is the correct answer here. The police investigator have promised to use all resources to track down the murder available. DNA evidence, such as skin skills or body fluids, can be so small that it escapes detection. The people from clubs and organizations based on race or skin color is discriminatory and unacceptable in a democratic society. Exclusion. And then we have here number 4. The special police team was called in to the disappearance of 2 young children from a shopping mall. Investigate. To investigate. The research team was collected statistics on a crime and organized its findings according to a different of the country, different regions. Under interrogation, the suspect revealed the exact of the victim's body, the exact location. Right. Fewer crimes occur in countries that have strict gun controls laws. Violent crimes. The marijuana is a controversial subject, a legalization subject. When the police showed the woman photographs of known criminals, she was able to identify the man who assaulted her and stole her purse. Our actions can be sometimes have serious consequences. Right. Where in this non-academic ones, you can see here the column A and column B, and you can actually match them and know the definition of the word of the verb, the category or part of the speech of the word, and it varies from noun, adjective, and verb. Have a look at them carefully. Reading for details. Let's read and have the questions. Number 1, restrictions fragment length polymorphism or RFLP was developed by an British geneticist. Right. Number 2, DNA testing was used to solve a crime in Argentina. The FBI crime lab was established in the 1990s. The mishandling of DNA evidence played a major role in the defense of the accused in the O.J. Simpson case. From 1989 to 2012, DNA evidence was cleared 292 wrongfully convicted people. CODIS is an nationwide DNA database in the United States. Let's see here if the sentences are true or false. Number 7, digital fingerprints are more reliable than DNA fingerprints. False. Always DNA. DNA evidence can make it difficult for lawyers to defend their clients. True. RFLP and PCR analysis revolutionized forensic sciences. True. The first DNA database was established in the United States. False. Lawyers Sheikh and Neffield won their fight for moratorium on DNA evidence. False. The FBI and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police were responsible for establishing scientific standards for processing DNA evidence. True. You can look at these questions and answer them in the blue color. Number 13. What 2 major advantages does DNA evidence have over digital fingerprints? DNA is present in all human cells and cannot be easily removed from the scene by the criminal. State 5 common reasons that innocent people are accused and convicted of crimes they didn't commit. We'll see here the answer. You can have a look at them and have the answer ready for you. And here we have to choose also the correct answer. Number 1, DNA, which is present in every human cell, even though invisible to the naked eye, It's nearly impossible to remove completely, particularly in cases involving violent and premeditated crimes. Strong support. That is so true. And then we have here the resulting RFLB image resembled a barcode, and the genetic sequence was unique to an individual, the only exception being identical twins. Strong support. 3. DNA evidence, however, was making it difficult for lawyers to defend their client and for the courts to guarantee a fair trial to anyone implicated in a crime or the basis of a DNA fingerprinting. It's weak and no support. And you can have a look at these and have the answers ready made for you. The same here, guys. We have reading for interpretation and inference. Part 2, choose correct interpretations for each of the following sentences from the reading text. Pay special attention to the bold-faced words and phrases, and you guys have the questions ready and answered for you. If you have any questions, please send me questions and or try to contact me as soon as possible, and I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. Thank you for the time, and see you next lecture.